So you wanted to find out how to get started into the step-by-step tutorial on how to handle refunds and returns of the Shopify store. To add those directly into your store in a very easy way, just focus on the part that says Settings. Here I'm going to scroll all the way down and focus on Policies. Into Policies, what you can do is to customize the return policies and enable the written return and refund policies. If you don't know how to get started, focus on Create from a template, and automatically it's going to generate an actual template of the refund policy. For example, damage and issues, exceptions, non-returnable items, exchanges, and so much more. So make sure that you have just updated all the actual information about your store. And if you're okay with that, just leave it as it is. You can do exactly the same thing with the privacy policy, do exactly the same thing with terms of service, and the contact information. So now that I have just had all of these elements already added, now let's navigate directly into our orders in the Shopify Administrator dashboard. What you want to do is to navigate here into the tab that says Orders. Now here you can find the order requiring a refund and the return. Locate the order that requires a refund and the return. For example, this item has now been added as paid and fulfilled, so someone wants to make the return of this product. If I choose return, in this case, I choose the selected return items. So in this case, what I'm going to do here is to choose what is the element that I want to return. In this case, this one. Select the reason. In this case, let's say, for example, that the size was too small. And then exchange items if I wanted to send another product instead of this product, or just make the return of this product. Now, if you have the return shipping options, you can upload your return label. This depends if you have an actual URL, a new tracking number, shipping carrier like UPS, China Post, DHL, or whatever. In this case, no shipping is required. So lastly, go to Create Return. And as you can see here, it's created the return in progress. So that means that what I need to do is to make sure that the original order has now been added here. The subtotal appears here, the shipping, the total, and the paid. And here in the timeline, you might be seeing that we have the confirmation order, the fulfilled item, the order now that has been archived, and now the unarchived order created an actual return. This is how you can initiate a refund or return. So choose a refund method, select whether you want to issue the refund back to the customer's original payment method or to offer store credit. For returns, specify whether the item will be exchanged or refunded. Usually it's much faster to offer them store credit. So after configuring the details, process the refund or return. Shopify will handle the transaction and update the order status accordingly. So this is the part where you want to communicate with the customer. Keep the customer informed throughout the refund or return process. Send them a confirmation email with details of the refund or return and any next steps. The confirmation appears here, and you can view the confirmation details down there. Lastly, what you do have available here is the restock option if you want to restock this after you make the actual return of one product. If I fulfill the order once again, there's going to be a notification that the return has not been processed. In this case, now I want to close my return because it has not been returned yet. Once I have received the product back or completed the process, then I can finalize it. And as you can see, it is now returned. So keep the customer informed throughout the refund or return process. Send them a confirmation email with all the details of the refund once again and any next steps. And there you have it, guys. You have successfully learned how to handle refunds and returns in a Shopify store.